Amapiano sensation, Soweto-born superstar known to her fans as Mashudu, broke into the scene as an opera singer. I mean, we chat to her today and find out how did she go from an opera soloist traveling the globe in countries like United States as well as Scotland to becoming an Amapiano hit maker, breaking into the Amapiano scene with her hot single called Mina Nawe, featured by Soa Metrics. My sister, today is about you. I don't want to talk too much.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How do you go from opera to Amapiano? Because those two worlds just don't even meet ever.
It was a huge stress.
Yeah.
I think if I didn't have So Matrix and do TRP at that time, I
Yeah.
would have not developed to become this artist that I am today.
Yeah.
But it was hard.
Is it?
I had to get out of my shell. Pelana, I used to be that nerd there, swag pants every day. So I was standing in one place, and
Yeah.
in Amapiano you have to.
They like, manje, why lo sisaceli piano? But
Yeah,
she's
you gotta
standing
be
in-"
moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So was that transition like extremely hard for you?
It was because it was more of internal than external for me.
Yeah. What's that one opera song that you can remember and you were like, you know, when I performed this song, the crowd went berserk.
Ooh, Time to Say Goodbye by Andrea Bocelli.
Just give us 2 lines.
Aye, time to.
That one is giving a mzegezeg.
It is giving Nigeria. But yes. I think that's my favorite song.
Yeah.
I think that was the first song I performed at the age of 8.
8.
I had a very big voice I was short and I had this huge voice.
Yeah.
And people wanted to invest in it.
Yeah.
And then that's when I met this group of theater artists that got me into theater, and I started being a soloist.
Yeah. I mean, looking at like your history with theater and performance versus like being a commercial artist.
Yeah.
Which one would you choose?
Theater. Every day, all day.
Really?
Every day, all day.
Why?
Orchestra.
Tell me why. Tell me why that is.
I feel like it's more of me.
Yeah.
I think Amapiano is a part of me, but I feel like in theater I used to be able to express myself fully.
Yeah.
The way I wanted to.
Yeah.
Especially exploring musicals, dancing as well.
Yeah.
So for me, it was an amazing experience. Orchestra, oh man, I always wanted to play the oboe.
Yeah. So why can't you take that, right? And like incorporate it into who you are now?
I think the way I write music would be incorporated in the music that I used to listen to during theater.
Yeah.
But at some point, I feel like those are two different people. At some point,
Yeah.
because that one was more comfortable. It was more in my space.
Yeah.
But in Amapiano, I have to go out there. I have to get out of my shell.
Uphapinyana.
Hey, acho, me give it.
Mara wa yetsa shame matso.
Ish, hey, ke tla re.
Yeah. So you come into the scene of Amapiano and you have one of the biggest songs probably of 2022, 2023, which is Mina Nawe.
Yeah.
How was that?
I never expected it really. But for me, it was amazing.
Yeah.
For people to finally understand me as an artist
Yeah.
and my vocal.
Yeah.
Because my vocal is a bit of tribal. It's a bit different from what people are used to in the game.
Yes.
So for people to be able to actually
Embrace.
be introduced to that vocal and understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That was amazing. But I was like, everything was just going,
Yeah.
everything was just went quickly from there.
Yeah. So, I mean, having the biggest song, you would assume that obviously you're one of the biggest performing artists in that year.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, how did that go?
I think that year was hectic. I even had to take a gap year actually.
Yeah.
To get myself together.
Yeah. What was going through your mind at that time?
Everything was just a rush. I think it was like you gotta work everywhere. There's artists that wanna work with you, a lot of artists. I wanted to take out my own project. But I got lost in the dynamic of going around everywhere, every week.
Yeah.
And I wasn't used to it at that time. At that time, I wish I understood the business part of Amapiano more
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
I say.
Yeah. And what is, I mean, for someone that's watching that doesn't know, like, what is the business part of Amapiano? What does that look like?
It's branding. It's publishing. Publishing is it's now the money part of it.
Yeah.
But at that time, I used to be that artist that didn't want people to know me, but people to listen to me.
Ooh, Sia. You know Sia?
Aish.
She never shows her face. She's always hiding.
I was that type of person when I started music. I think I only started trying to get out of my shell last year,
Yeah.
officially last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
But I used to be that artist that wanted people to listen to me instead of knowing the face.
Yeah.
Yes, but now you know the face.
Yeah, this is the face.
This
of
is the face.
a hit maker, guys. Also, not
Yes.
just the face. You know what I mean?
Is the
and
face.
you know, you obviously took to social media, and you were like, you probably have a couple of one of the biggest songs in the country, but you never performed.
In regards to that video, it was I had fellow artists around, and we were talking about it, and it kind of made me realize that most of my friends in the industry have songs that are played everywhere, but they are so underrated.
Yeah.
And I took to the platform to kind of let people acknowledge these people that are called like
Yeah.
Statemba Gonelo,
Yeah.
Basi. But yes, it happens that you have the biggest. Because my first song was Kute with Jaivani. It was not like international, but it was big in SA. And I remember how bad gigging was for me at
Yeah,
that time.
yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah. I mean, how does that make you feel when everyone else that's in the song is making money except the person that made the song what it is?
It makes you feel left out at some point because it means now at some point we don't have the resources to brand. I
Yeah.
think people just assume you're in the song, you get the royalties. There's the resources that are needed for you to brand. There's a team, a whole team that is needed for
Yeah.
that. And for you to have the whole team, you have to pay the whole team.
Yes, because no one's going to work for free.
No one is working for free.
Find someone. I found a sister. I was like, girl, you're going to work for free until we make this money.
Dang, I need a sister.
Guys,
not-
if you are watching, we are looking for a sister that's going to help a sister.
Snot, please.
But I mean, so you start rebranding
Yeah.
at the back end of last year. How's that been going?
It's been going well because I can see my Instagram is growing, my TikTok is growing, and it's actually helping me get out there more. Like I'm being a bit more comfortable with being on a camera and doing videos of
Yeah,
my songs.
yeah.
When usually I didn't do that. But at the same time, the response, when you see like people liking it and actually the views increasing,
Yeah.
and then you don't know why.
Yeah.
And then you realize that people have been listening to you. You
Yes.
just did not think that people were listening to you.
So do you think that you were probably your own worst enemy?
Most probably. I
Yeah.
think my personality way before Amapiano, I was so discreet. I was so, like I had a routine. Go study, go home.
Yeah.
Go study, go home. So Amapiano really opened me up as a person.
Yeah. So when you get featured on a song, because I asked this question on my social media, if as an artist you get featured on a song and it becomes a big song, whose responsibility is it to make sure that the people that are listening to the music know that you are the vocalist that's on the song?
Unfortunately for Amapiano, the responsibility is the vocalist.
Yes.
But it's supposed to be hand in hand.
Yeah.
I wish that it was hand in hand. But in the industry, every
Yeah.
person is for themselves. If it's a big song, the owner of the song will promote himself.
Yeah.
And then you have to do it yourself as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. I mean, your first single that people knew you with was really big.
Yeah.
Did you make money from that?
No, because I wasn't known by then.
What do you mean? But I mean, you wrote the whole song, right?
Uh-huh.
And you all signed paperwork, right?
No.
Okay.
My first Kute song, I didn't sign anything. I just went to studio every day, and then boom, there's a starter hit.
Yeah.
And okay, now it's moving, and then they are gigging. I'm gigging, but the amount I'm getting, they most probably even
upcoming artist kind of money.
I wasn't upcoming, but
Yeah.
it was terrible.
Yeah.
I think
What's terrible? 5,000, 2,000, 1,500.
1,500 to 600.
No.
That was my
And you
first.
still have a road manager?
At that time, I was on my own. No, Pella,
But then how do you get to the...
I used to do it myself when I started. When I started, I used to do it myself. I used to go to gigs myself. Try
but
organize
it
everything
costs money
together.
to get to the gig. If you
That 600, it means that 100 rands is gonna be is gonna be for the Uber. And then most probably I get like 100 my first song.
yeah.
Yeah. But it was because they knew the people of the song and not the voice.
The voice, yeah.
I only started showing up after that song when I had like more moving songs.
Yeah.
But they were not like big.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were
Sure.
just
But I mean,
around.
have you gone back to chase the monies that are
Hey,
owed?
publishing helps, guys. Please sign up for publishing if you're a musician.
Yeah.
I think if I didn't sign publishing, I would have never ever
Gotten-
seen. Yeah.
Sure, that is so hectic.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, have you ever gone through a period where it felt like you don't want to do this anymore? And it felt like a dark period for you?
Uh-huh.
When was this?
I think it was after the Kute one. I felt like this industry. But at the same time, it was when again. I think it was also last year
Yeah.
where I felt like I'm actually tired because if you do something like it
Continue-
becomes too
yeah.
much
I get you.
for you mentally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how did you deal with that?
I went to the zoo by myself. I took myself out to lodges by myself. I just went out by myself.
Yeah. So you were
refresh.
self-introspect, yeah.
Yeah. To refresh.
And just to reboot.
And then that's where I wrote songs. Okay.
That's good. I like that. I mean, I think a lot of people say they're going through stress, they can't write. Like, you literally write about what you're going through.
Yeah.
And your family, what are they saying about all this move from school to music?
My mom was always supportive of me singing, but not me singing and me not putting school first.
Yeah. What were you studying, by the way?
Oh, electrical engineering.
Ma'am.
I'm going back. Hey,
Are
I
you
need to
going
finish.
back?
Yeah, I need
That's
to
good.
finish. I
That's
took a
good.
gap year. I have to go back.
Sure. So this is what, like one gap year? Or
It's like two now.
2 years.
Yeah.
Hectic.
Hey.
So is your mom saying you have to go back to school, or is
No,
it a
it's me.
personal decision
It's
to
me.
say,
It's
actually,
me. I was only left with like last year.
yeah? And how did you come to that decision? Is it because of like the struggles of the industry, have you wanting to have something to fall back to, or is it just like do something and finish?
Thinking logically and business wise, I think something to fall back on.
Yeah.
But I've always wanted to have an engineering degree. And if I get an opportunity to do it this time, because I was scared of doing my last year during that busy year, it
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
going to
yeah.
work for me.
Yeah.
So me taking a pause, it was me telling myself, I'll be back. I
Yeah.
need to finish what I started.
Yeah.
So I need to finish what I started. And then I'll still do music. I'm not leaving.
Yeah.
I'm just studying.
I mean, you speak about your mom, but you don't say much about your father. Was he present in your life?
I I used to have like a stepfather though.
Yeah.
Married to my mom. He does come through, but I never really had like a solid father figure.
Yeah.
But I had brothers, amazing brothers. Like
Yeah.
I had a tag team of brothers, 3 of them.
Oh, that's a big number.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was the only girl.
Yeah. Also, you were spoiled.
I was very spoiled. Wherever you see me, you see my brothers.
Yeah.
You know.
They're protecting the little one.
Must run.
Yeah. That's amazing. That's amazing, though. I mean, I think I like the fact that your family of brothers is there to play that.
Yeah.
Have you ever felt like a void, though, of feeling like you needed a father figure?
I have never really been that type of girl. Yes.
Yeah.
I always felt like my
But
mom
you're a
provided what I
gent
needed.
also, and I can tell you grew up
Yeah,
around boys.
you see, I'm
'Cause
a
you're
gent.
like, oh, come on, now I see.
I want to just
Yeah.
yeah, but like I literally did not feel the void.
Yeah.
My mom did everything possible for me, and I'm still grateful for her.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I've never been that type of person to ask questions like, where's my father? Everything I had and needed was there
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
And it was enough.
Yeah. So speaking back to music, you've worked with Amifaku, or am I lying?
Have I? No.
You okay? It says so in your bio. Okay, let's say you worked with Heavy K.
Mm-hmm.
You worked with Gabza the Small. How was that experience? Because I mean, he's literally like Amapiano pioneer.
Working with Gabza, it's a great experience because I think he's one of the producers that tried to understand my vocal. I literally came to studio and he asked me what kind of feel. Same as Calvin Momo. I
Yeah.
think those are the two producers that ever
Yeah.
asked me about that.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that they tried to understand my vocal direction.
Yeah.
To a point where when he does a beat for you, it's not because he's just doing it. He's doing it because he actually tried to research
Yeah.
about your vocal direction, everything that
Yeah.
you've done before, and try to understand that. Like, he's an amazing person. I think I won't. Working with Kabza, top tier.
It's top tier.
Top tier.
What about Kelvin Momo?
Hey, Kelvin Momo is amazing, guys. I won't lie. I think Momo, what I like about him is that every time I go to a studio, I'm very anxious.
Yeah.
He literally would throw everyone out to be like, no, no, go, go. And then he gives you the whole studio
Yeah.
to the person, and then the person that does the
beats.
Yeah, the beats. So he understands you.
Yeah.
I think he understood me from music in a very amazing way.
I think also because he's such a conservative individual.
Yeah.
So he probably understands where you come from in like, ooh, being in studio with
Yeah.
like 50 other people
I would be
that are
breaking
not even
down.
helping with the writing.
I would be breaking down in that studio. I would be breaking down. Or most probably be at the corner there.
Yeah.
Sitting, waiting for other people to work.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. So I think he understood me with that.
Yeah. So you have a new song out.
Yeah.
And what is that song called?
Ngempela, po, 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 po. Oh, sorry.
How did that song come about?
It came about when I actually first discovered Chicks and Lasers' new song.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think people know them with Skija, Funk 55.
yeah.
And for me to actually experience the other side of them, for me,
Yeah.
it kind of inspired me to actually create something really nice and lovely
Yeah.
on their beats.
Yeah.
And then when we did that song, Kabza heard it and he wanted to be part of it.
Yeah.
So we went to studio again. He came in the song and then Murumba was there as
Yeah.
well. And then it all came together.
How's it working with Marumba? I think Eno is such a phenomenal vocalist.
It's amazing. And then he just takes the mic and be like, I'll record myself and y'all have to chill.
Yes. And
Y'all
he
have
records
to
that,
chill.
he goes, and then stops, and then records.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
He does that.
30 minutes later,
It's a masterpiece.
Yeah. I mean,
It's a
that's
masterpiece.
exactly what happened when we recorded Hamba Juba.
Yeah.
I was like, for me, I'd never heard of Murumba Peach.
Really?
Like, I did not know them.
Yeah.
And then people just kept saying, hey, please feature Murumba, please feature
Yeah.
Murumba. And then, I DM'd them, you know what I mean? And like what they cooked on the song, it was like, it really elevated like the song.
He just takes the mic
And what's the response? What's the response to the song?
I think people never expected such a sound before, so the response is doing really, really well.
Yeah.
I really never expected that because it's been a while since I released
Yeah.
something, and for people to be able to interact with it for me,
Yeah.
I was really happy about it. Hence, the project has to drop, but that's another thing.
When is the project gonna drop?
When it drops, you'll see.
It's giving distributors, publishers are stressing me.
It's giving a
Do
lot
you
of
think? Do you
debate.
think with these publishing companies, does it ever work with favoritism?
I would say, I would not say, but I would say. Because I think some are very fast when it comes to actually grooming an artist.
Yeah.
And then, especially if you bring the numbers.
Yeah.
If you don't have the numbers, you might
don't get the
actually go through a lot. Yeah.
That's crazy. That is insane. You know what I mean? Because I would think it has to be based on the fact that the song is good, the product is ready.
If it's trending on TikTok, then it's a good
So this
song.
is now what our lives as artists has become, is that if your song
Numbers.
is not trending,
Yeah, numbers. You have to have numbers. If you don't have numbers, hey, Jesus, hallelujah. Pray.
Jesus, God me, help me. Listen, I mean, we're speaking of the song that you just dropped now. You're going to perform a song for us, and I cannot wait for the listeners, the watchers, the viewers to actually hear what the song sounds like. I'm really, really excited for this one.
My name is Mashudu. Love you all today.